feel like I want to talk Celtics and Wemby off of this conversation, but just it's the
Yeah.
worst time, man, because they're kind of. I think he's gotten to a point where he's so good that they're just gonna not suck the rest. Like just beat Indiana pretty handily
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah, I
man,
know.
and
I was
just like,
watching that. I was like, oh man.
uh,
Indiana looks rough. I'm not gonna lie too. I feel like
yeah.
they've been looking rough also, just since the trade.
You wanna talk about that one real quick? Actually, that game because that was I caught a little bit of that one, at least the second half, and I
Yeah, I
was
watched. Yeah,
yeah, it was both things. It was Indiana's such a weird team to watch play now because
yeah,
it's the combination, right? I don't know if it was you. I think it was you, or maybe it was me, you, and Dan when last time we were all on the pod. Just it's not like Buddy Hill's an amazing basketball player, but
oh
it's
yeah,
just it's a lot of offense and a lot of
yeah.
specific type of offense to try to replace on your team. And I
Hmm.
haven't seen them having all that much success since then. This
Yeah,
game again, it's just it's weird, man. Just I'm looking at it 0 for 4, 1 for 4. Miles Turner 4 for 9, 1 for 2, 0 for 6, 0 for 2. It's just yeah, man. That's a lot of 3-point shooting that is really hard to
gone.
replace.
Yeah,
And I'm
Tyrese. I feel like Tyrese assist been down, and also I'm
mm-hmm,
watching him. Like he's taking shots that I don't. The shots
yeah,
that I could tell he doesn't really want to take, but
yeah,
I feel like just the yeah, just losing Buddy after
mm-hmm,
playing with Buddy for your whole kind of just
yeah,
playing
whole
with Buddy
career,
for your whole career,
yeah,
having a real shooter, and then like you can see it watching like, oh, y'all don't have any like real knockdown shooters anymore, and it's kind of messes up your whole game, your whole
yeah,
style, like just the fast play that they do. Like
yeah.
you need people who can knock down threes for this to work. If it without it, it just looks really bad. Like
Yeah, he's just
just
like
there,
a
yeah,
team that's playing too fast and firing up bad
yeah,
shots. Turns into that real quick. Yeah, it's kind of like you're saying, it's the combo too, right? Because it's like Tyrese has to take on a bigger scoring load because Buddy is gone, but also having to probably take a little more of the scoring load because he has less of the, like, he just has to give the ball up. Like, this team just played, like, the ball was in Tyrese's Halliburton's hands all the time.
yeah,
And now with Pascal,
mm,
like Pascal's just and not like he's a guy that deserves to have the ball in his hands a little bit, but it's
yeah,
just that's time that's not in Tyrese's hands anymore. Which again, I
yeah,
think is gonna it's a tough adjustment, especially for a guy who yeah, I mean the whole reason the Sacramento split happened was because they didn't really think that those two dudes can play with next to another guard or next to another
yeah,
kind of premier ball handler. So
yeah.
it's been weird, man. It's been really weird with this team. We'll talk about East playing at some point, but it's like, man, I thought I was really confident in this team coming in playoffs that they can
I
make some
know,
noise, but now it's like, man, they not. I don't know
yeah,
if they're gonna avoid the playing at this point. The way it's
yeah,
just way the shit's going, man. So I'm
yeah. This team can't beat the
they can't beat the Bucks.
they haven't beat the Celtics since the trade, right? Like,
Nah,
yeah,
nah.
that was all before the trade. Just yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
just look like a completely different team. Like it's,
Yep.
since that play in and everything, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. You can tell.
Yeah, and it could be one of those things where like next year, once they got a full season together, like to training camp, it like looks a lot better. But it's just
Yeah,
at the moment, man, it seems like a trade that was supposed to move them forward that seemed to stagnate them a little bit, lack for a better
yeah,
phrasing. And again, that's why trades are hard, man. And especially two trades like that, you're just kind of two big upheavals of your team without a chance to really figure it out. And Tyrese was hurt for so much of that time, so it made it even harder to figure out.
yeah.
So all right, but to the important thing here, man, is this what are we supposed to do with this dude, man?
The
I
goat
don't I don't understand. It's 30 31 12 6 and 6 like it was nothing. I don't
is oh man, I'll be ready to cry when I'm watching him play. I was like, bruh, this is really what people have to feel like watching Wilt. I'm like,
yeah.
it's not gonna be. There's nothing you could do to stop this. Like,
Yep.
it's I don't know.
It literally
It's
yeah. I feel like God just hope he takes a jumper this time that time up the court and even then like nigga was 3 for 4 from 3 yesterday. So I
yeah.
don't know what the answer is, man.
The jumper looks nice. I mean, like
Yeah.
people, he's not even gonna give people a chance to say that. He needs to
Mhm.
be more down. Like, bro, no, if he's shooting like this in his first year,
Mhm.
like, oh my god, it's ridiculous.
It's the how where is he? If a top what player right now already? Just at this very not this season, but this very moment. Is he top twenty
this moment,
five already?
right now, yeah, for sure.
Is he top
I
like
feel like
15?
top 15. I say top 15. I'm crazy. I
I'm
say
about to
top
say
10.
it because it's like
But
I'm gonna be disrespectful about the Celtics probably later on, but like, yeah, man, I don't know what is necessarily better about Jason Tatum and like Devin Booker than this guy at this
yeah,
point, and those are kind of that 10 to 15 range.
yeah,
Um, Paul George too, just so I'm not throwing all the hate at the light skins, but
yeah.
yeah, man, I'm just it doesn't make any sense, and I'm really scared for how good this team is going to be next year. The West doesn't have enough spots for the teams they have because it's like
I know.
nobody's falling out. This team and Memphis are just like they're going to be in the mix. Like Memphis is definitely
Yeah.
back in the mix as long as they're
Hmm.
healthy, and there's no way that this team isn't at least competing for a playoff spot because this guy's too good.
Yeah.
He's literally like he's probably too good for them to like even be that bad the rest of this season, which is I
This
think
season, yeah.
yeah, which is what we're starting to learn, man. Also, that was the last thing with him. I think he's gonna make the 5x4 just like kind of feel normal. It's like the 5x5
Yeah.
is like the impossible one, but I think he's just like because he just did
Hmm.
it again. I feel like he just
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
every week, every day, like once a week without trying. Of just at least 5 assists, at least 5 blocks, 5 plus
Yep.
boards, and 20 points. It just feels like
Yep.
this is gonna be the norm for him at this point. And it's just like I don't know. This nigga could low key average like a 4x4 every day, every game. Like I
Yeah.
can see this nigga coming in averaging over 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and 4 points. Like every season
Yeah.
for the rest of his career after this. I don't know. 4 blocks is
Yeah.
tough, but
That's it's
also
only gonna go. I
I
mean,
don't know,
if
man.
he's doing it his rookie year, it's only gonna go.
I'm saying,
I don't know. I feel like it's only gonna go up. Like
what is
there's
his?
what was I about to say?
You good?
Fuck,
You got it.
I was about to say.
Yeah, no, I'll take it back. Last 5 games, 6 blocks, 5 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 5 blocks. Yeah, maybe he's just gonna average 4.5 blocks a
Yeah,
game. Maybe that's just
that's what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
a thing. Ah
Yeah.
man, yeah. Okay, I just feel like we had to. I feel like last two times on too much we went in on Wemby. I feel like we just got to check in every week now because it's getting ridiculous, man. It doesn't make any
Uh,
sense. Anything else on him or just in general?
yeah. What was I about to say? Hold on.
Nah, you good.
Something about his numbers.
What's he putting up? 20 and 10.
Oh, do you think he has? He for sure like has a chance for all defensive team right this year? You think so?
Oh,
Oh,
I think it's low key. The only reason is because it's only 2 spots. If it was 3, then it would be like
oh,
hands down. But like
yeah,
honestly, I mean the only person I think that is clear cut above him for all first team all center or the center, I don't know if they even still
yeah.
do
The
it that
center
way,
spot. Yeah,
is Gobert. Gobert's the only person
Gobert.
just because his team first in the West, best defense in the league, like and like
Yeah,
consistency for the whole season. Like Gobert, I
mm,
give him that spot.
yeah,
But I don't know how long the list is after that of defensive centers. There's another one I'm forgetting. I don't think it's Chet. I don't think it's
mm,
Bam just this season. I feel like there's another center I'm forgetting that's been really good at the rim this year. But yeah, let me see.
yeah.
Do they do is all defense positions? Uh is all defense by position in basketball this year. NBA all defense. I don't know. Uh Hold on, I'm so curious actually. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna be the only thing that gets him, unless he lists himself as a forward because he hasn't played a lot of the season as center. Because then I think
Mm,
he's a lock for at least one of the
yeah,
two teams because you just can't. Again, it's just Rudy. Joel hasn't played enough this year. The list of people better defenders than him at the rim right now is just it's
yeah,
incredibly small. It's incredibly small. There are people saying he might be the best interior defender in basketball, like right this second.
yeah.
Um,
Man, it's crazy.
that's the whole
If he wait, is it three all defensive teams or two?
just two. That's the thing. If it was
Just
three,
two.
he's a
Okay.
lock. Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
since it's just two. No, wait, hold on. All NBA team removes positions, but did all defense remove positions?
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming they did it for everything, then he's a lock. But if they didn't remove
yeah.
positions for centers for bigs, then maybe just because the
Yeah.
center pool is a little tougher. But again, he's a forward, so he might still get
Yeah.
he if he gets it anyway that way, it makes sense.
If he gets that on his resume his first year, it's kind of crazy. Just
Yeah,
man.